The SK Factor took down SSC Hassi, and straight away this game has begun with the peasants straight away setting up farms, Altar Kings, and barracks. Down at the undead side and complete opposite side of the map, we have got a ziggurat and an Altar of Darkness going up urgently. Now these two teams are right on the opposite side of the map. Now, in the last game, I said that, well, when they're on the closer sides of the map, maybe that would lead to a more intense game. But actually, it was one of the longer games of today's play. So perhaps now, if they're going to be further away, it'll be one foul swoop, and that will be it. But we shall see. Another farm going up here. We've got 4 peasants doing the work. Altar of Kings, barracks, 2 farms, blocking off the entrance to the main base. Obviously, with the town hall and the peasants collecting up the gold. Now, Altar of Kings is just about ready. First farm is constructed as well here on Radio ITG at WarCraft 3. Up goes the barracks as well. The Altar of Kings is up now straight away, and up goes an Archmage as usual. First human hero going up. Farm and barracks are just about complete as well, and the humans have set themselves up quite nicely. That is, of course, humans will be playing as Venom from CESK. Now moving across to the undead side is 3WD 420, and he has already got his Altar of Darkness up and is spawning a Death Knight instantly. Also Crypt getting up the ghouls and the ziggurats as well, spawning a second ziggurat, as well as a Tomb of Relics. Gold being done by the Acolytes at the Haunted Gold Mine. Both teams scouting one another out, trying to guess who is at which base, and while we wait on the heroes to go creeping, it looks like one another is going to see that in fact, the ghoul is going to meet up with a footman, and that is going to sway him away from one of the base entrances. So I'm not 100% sure whether he saw the actual base entrance there, the ghoul. Now he's backing away, making his way back towards that. In fact, the hero there, the Archmage. And is the ghoul going to take on the Archmage? Yes, he is. Oh, the humanity of it all. As the ghoul goes for this Archmage, rather than going for the base, I guess he has now decided where he knows the base is. And this one little ghoul is up against 6 footmen. Sorry, I believe 3 of them are militia. Yeah, 3 of them are militia. And that little ghoul has now just decided to give it on up. Now, over on the other side of the map, we've got a little peasant just scouting out, spots the base, met up by a mean old ghoul. And as he just takes a little look throughout the base, he seeing all there is to see. The Tomb of Relics is up straight away. Now the creeping is continuing. Now more ghouls have come in here. We've got another one there. Up comes the Death Knight as well, and one another seems to be going right to each other's bases right at the start of this game. The Death Knight is right in the faces of the footman. He's got his skeleton warriors as well, and he's giving chase to the Archmage, which has just leveled up to level 2. Archmage coming back for more, and this Death Knight is going head to head with him. And as they back away, they are really unsure of quite who to fight. There's so many targets for them to fight. Archmage giving chase to another ghoul. The Death Knight seems very interested in the Archmage itself. Takes a slay at him. Archmage going using his undead abilities, and now here come the footmans as well to try and take damage towards him. This Archmage now left alone. Oh, here it is. Cloak and dagger sort of stuff. The Death Knight leading them down into a dark alleyway, and then his minions, skeleton warriors, just come on out before they dissipate into nothing. Now the footman and the water elemental leading the charge down as that Death Knight goes up against a footman. The Death Knight running away from there. You would have expected him to perhaps take on the footman just because of his obviously size and skill advantage. Anyway, not happening. Looking down, we've got a bit of creeping going on. The ghouls challenging down some of these sea turtles, and they have taken them down. 6 of those ghouls did the job there, and here comes another skeleton minion. In fact, not going to happen there. He dissipates before he can get into the base. Taking a look around the backhand side, we've got more ghouls making their way back towards the base, as is a footman as well. And both forces are pretty spread out right now. But here comes the Archmage as well, just north of the base. See, that is Venom's Archmage and his water elemental going to make a push. The Death Knight is all alone, all asleep in his base, and here it comes. The attack is going to be launched on that Death Knight, who is still not moving. There he is. Death Knight down to about 380 health now, and here come the recovering ghouls coming to do some form of damage to just protect the old lordy Death Knight. And the Archmage is keeping his units safe, keeping them alive, and really, if they lose this battle, if they lose some ghouls, it's going to be an uphill struggle to begin with. Now up to level 2 goes the Death Knight. Archmage both on the same level as well, and they're both at a similar situation in that both at the very beginning of it. Now, as they continue, the ghouls still deciding whether they want to mess up with him or whether they want to just back away. Looking up, they are upgrading to a Halls of the Dead straight away in the base, blocked off by the ziggurats as well, and that's what the Archmage is actually trying to get towards, but he cannot do so, and we have 3 or 4 footmen just waiting around behind with that Archmage, and the Death Knight is taking more and more damage, but his health is back up to around the 550 mark. Low on mana though, and the ghouls now backing away. Still no sign of any form of undead soldiers or anything along that line, and they really need to spawn up more ghouls and maybe some Crypt Fiends as well, but of course they haven't got the buildings for that, so really slow start here by 3WD 420. Now looking back at the other base, we have the keep being upgraded, going upgraded to the keep. We have arcane towers up, we have another barracks up, and looking around we have an arcane vault as well as the blacksmith and the lumber mill. Now looking further around, the Order of Kings is up as well. Both teams about to advance to level 2. It looks to me like the ghouls have finally given up on their chase for the Archmage and now going around, and it looks like they're going to go for another creep at the bottom left-hand side of the map. And in fact, it surprises me what they're doing. It's 4 ghouls about to take on 3 or 4 creeps. Oh, and here comes the backup. You can see the Death Knight coming in from behind, and here it comes. We've got 6 or 7 ghouls now taking on Ogre Warriors. Down goes one of them. Another Ogre Warrior is being taken on, and we've got 2 Forest Trolls there as well. And slowly but surely, Death Knight is leveling up. Death Knight now up to obviously still on level 2. Uses the illusion, and as he moves around, he now is up to just beneath level 3. Archmage is also at level 2. We've got a Rifleman spawned up by his side, and he's not going to go on any more creeping, or he's not going to go on his own to the big creep at the Goblin Merchant, backing it away. And as they continue to push on up towards the base, they're going to fall back to the defending positions on the base. Looking around the back, I don't see the ghouls, and there are the ghouls taking on. The illusion of the Death Knight is going to take on some ghouls. He's going to take on some creeps. 2 Ogre Warriors, down they go, and the illusion fades. We got a sentry ward up in the center of the map, as now once again the Rifleman and a Footman taking it up on themselves to get some creeping done, making their way down the right-hand side of the map. They're going to go towards the Goblin Merchant, I believe, and as they do so, no, they're going to bypass the Goblin Merchant now, going further on down the map and straight on at the back of the base. In fact, we have the illusion of the Death Knight at level 3. He is slaughtering down the peasants, taking them back to home, and the peasants are in grave danger here because there are no forces within the base that are going to stop them. So while this illusion is still here, he is free to destroy them all, and there is a lot of damage being done here, but not many peasants going down. In fact, as I look around, the peasants there near full health, but there's a big battle going on in the center of the map, right between the creeps and the humans. We got the Archmage still at level 2, still not leveled up again. But here comes the Death Knight in the rear, and the Death Knight takes a few shots in his back for his troubles, and he is now going to get surrounded by the Archmage and his Footmage. They have got him absolutely surrounded, locked down, and this Death Knight, if he doesn't get out of here, Town Portal's out just in time. In my opinion, he left out a little too late. He's already down to about 160 health. But while they focused on the Death Knight, coming from behind comes the Forest Troll Trappers, and they are laying down into the Footman and the Rifleman. And they lose a little bit of health, but they take them all down. Now making their way towards the Goblin Merchant, trading up, and they have already got their second hero up as well, which is a level 1 Mountain King. Now, looking further around the map, we have more ghouls taking down trees right outside their base, and I'm surprised they're going for those ones rather than the ones at the back, because they'll give them something of a clear entry, in my opinion. Now we've got a big movement of ghouls coming across to meet up with the Lich and the Death Knight, and they're going to lend a hand because there's a big group of Ogre Warriors following them down, and other creeps as well. Troll Trapper coming in there as well. Ogre Margie there, still up and running, up on level 5, takes a bit of a hitting as well. And the Obsidian Statue is up. He is in fact netted down, but the Lich is coming back to lend a hand, and the Ogre Margie finally falls, and they pick up the remaining prizes as well. Now, looking across the center of the map, we have a big rush coming on, led by the Archmage. We've got Footmans as well, and a few rifle just lending a hand. They're going to be pushing on up. Again, the first target is going to be the Slaughterhouse. Slaughterhouse taking a bit of damage, is about to spawn another Obsidian Statue, and the fire is going down in the center of this base. Here comes that Obsidian Statue straight out, and is actually backing away from the base, from the fire, and those riflemen putting in some long-range damage. The Archmage takes a little bit of shock takes a little bit of damage coming in, but healing himself straight back up. Here comes the Death Knight to lend a hand as well, with the Unholy Aura as well, and looking about 3 or 4 of the, no, in fact 6 or 7 ghouls coming in as well. And this is all out on the front doorsteps to the base. The riflemen are still pretty much unchallenged. We've got 3 or 4 of the riflemen doing a lot of damage to the center of that base. And now the Lynch up going to level 2. More the Death Knight as well, level 3 3/4. Archmage still on level 3 1/2. But those riflemen are being very, very dangerous now. And these ghouls cannot get close enough to the riflemen to do any damage towards them. Now the Archmage still laying down the smackdown towards the Death Knight, who has fallen down at level 3. The Death Knight is down. That was Baron Perendale, and he is out of there. And now it is just one hero left. That is level 2 Lynch, who is now up to going close to level 3. Seize the moment, push on the advantage, charge them down is my call. And is the Archmage going to do that? Puts a few shots towards the Lynch, but the Lynch is still up near full health. And if they were to follow the advantage in, because they've still got enough units that they can push in, they've still got 2 heroes here. They've got a sorceress and 3 riflemen. They can just get a bit of reinforcements. In fact, they have just that. They've got a priest and they've got a rifleman coming down, and they're going to make the push straight on the base, and they're going to follow this up. Up comes a destroyer in the air, and we have that Lynch trying to fend off her base, but there are so very few units left alive. We're trying to revive the Baron Perendale, the Death Knight, in the Altar of Darkness, but the Archmage is still at around 400, 500 health, taking damage, taking numbers as he does more and more fire towards the center of the base. The Nubian towers are slowing down this attack, though. We have in fact lost the Mountain King at level 3, and he is going to have to be revived. They're going to get that they're going to get the Archmage out of the main battle, and in fact they are going to fall back. Now the Lich is giving chase. I still don't see any more ground units. In fact, a lot of ghouls have been lost in this attack, and the Lich should not be giving chase. He spawns up 2 skeleton warriors, but you know, it's my opinion that the Archmage should still be leading in 3 riflemen who are all nearing full health, and just leading them straight into that battle and keeping the pressure up, stopping 420 from getting any form of health up. But that is not what is happening. He is going for the creeping. Neither team have expanded, and looking around the back, we have more sentry towers going up. We have militia as well spawned up. I mean, if he had militia up some forces, if he had just scripted everyone and just sent a force down into that base, you have to feel that 420 would have been overrun. But that's not the case so far, and now the action is continuing as the Archmage continues to creep it up, going up against the Troll Berserkers, clearing up a gold mine up here while he does so. And with the militia being already up here, as soon as their militia runs out, they will very shortly be, I would imagining, trying to expand. Now we have a giant sea turtle. We're taking on, we have 1 giant sea turtle and 1 Guardian Sea Turtle taking on the Lynch and the Destroyer, and they've taken a fair bit of damage, but the Death Knight has been revived. Sea Turtles are losing health as well, and looks like they're going to finally give way as the Death Knight is about to fall down. Here comes the Crypt Lord as well. Level 1 Crypt Lord spawns up, so we now got 3 heroes, and we've got a lot more units up for the 420 side. He's got an Abomination up, and he's leveling up those units. He's got much more valuable units now than he did at the start, but still only 5 attacking units, and 3 of them are heroes. Now looking around, we've got a big siege of riflemen and of priests right in the center of this map. Backing away, the sentry tower is down as well. Sorry, Watcher Ward is down. And as they take a look around, they're going to go for some more creeping. I'm surprised they're creeping as much as they are. Now, up comes the level 3 Mountain King, having been revived. Are they going to go for another hero, I wonder? As I take a look around the base, they, of course, are up to a keep already, up to level 3. And not going for that. Now, the fast expansion is, well, it's not so fast anymore. Town Hall being constructed, top left-hand side of the map. Now, in the center of the map, back towards the Goblin Merchant, looks like the Mountain King is just going to do his weekly shopping, and looking around, they're going to give chase. There is 1 lone destroyer just standing in the middle of the map, who is now been given the orders to get the heck out of there, but the riflemen are going to take a few shots. Destroyer takes a little bit of damage, down to about 696 health. Stunned to revive. Here come the heroes as well. We've got 2 Abominations following up those heroes as well, and the army is starting to grow in in size of the unit, but not in quantity. Now, we've got a big movement of riflemen trying to give chase. The Archmage is leading it on. The Abomination is backing away, and it looks like 3WD-420 is trying to get out of here. Right now, I would have to say the pendulum is in the favor of CSKVeNoM. Level 4 Archmage doing damage to the level 1, the Crypt Lord, and the Abomination has taken some damage as well, but not much. As they're pushing on up, they're just going to follow this straight back into the base. They got more reinforcements coming from behind, 3 more riflemen. Do we see any more units coming down? In fact, we don't. Oh yeah, there's 1 more rifleman coming straight down to lend a hand, and the push is on. The Obsidian statues are doing a bit, sorry, the Nerubian towers doing a bit of damage, slowing them down. And as the water elemental leads the charge in, takes some damage, but the fire is on. Hell, there's a heck of a lot of fire going on straight inside the undead base. Here come the ghouls to lend a hand. Another Obsidian statue is going to do some damage as well. We've got 3 or 4 riflemen just backing away, staying out of the main part of the fight. In fact, there's about 8 riflemen there now. Second water elemental spawn straight up. We've got Crypt Lord taken down. We've got Crypt Lord taking some damage. Destroyer as well in midair, still up at full health. Not taking any damage to the Obsidian statue as well in good nick as the town portal is called and they get the heck out of there. It looks like level 3 Mountain King has fallen for the second time, and he does not have much luck when he goes near that undead base. And right now, I would now say the pendulum has swung once again in this match, because now we are lacking big units. We are struggling to get those bigger units up, and for the riflemen are just the biggest thing that they have. There are no more footmen up there as well. But the fact that 420 has got so many Obsidian statues and has got his heroes and abominations working well together, they're in a good position. Now, up come the... we still have a few riflemen. As we look across, we have the big rifleman rush as they regenerate. They are just waiting around the Goblin Merchant. They have the Archmage doing some shopping, as per usual, and the fast expansion is also up and running. We have 2 guard towers up. In fact, one of them's a scout tower and one of them's a guard tower, with the upgrade, of course. And with that fast expansion, we have 5 or 6, but we also have a skeleton minion there who's doing a bit of damage, and he has spotted them and is calling for reinforcements. And here come those reinforcements in the shape of heroes, 2 destroyers, and here they come, in fact, with the abominations following in shortly behind. The scout tower is taking damage as well, right after it hasn't even been finished constructed. And those peasants are having to get the heck out of there. Town portal called, and here they come. Here come the returning forces. It's going to kick on off right at this expansion. 3 abominations, 2 destroyers, 3 heroes, all for the undead side, picking it up to the riflemen and the just the 1 hero that is the Archmage, and the 2 water elementals here. They are going to take on this expansion, and it looks like the numbers are in their favor because they are taking them down, and they are taking numbers here. The abomination taking damage towards the actual town center itself. Lich taking fire from the edge of the battle, as are the Obsidian statues, and the riflemen getting caught right in the center. Down goes one of the guard towers. Another guard tower is about to fall, and the town hall has taken more damage than it would like to admit. Destroyers taking fire in midair, but still up pretty much 700 HP, both of them. In fact, one of them's on full HP. Town portal called, and they're going to get this Death Knight the heck out of there because he's down to about 76 health, and out go those forces, and the challenging forces have lost. Phenomenal. How did the challenging forces lose there? Because they had the numerical advantage, they had the upper hand. The Archmage was down to about 80 health, and yet the town hall stands, the expansion continues, and this war continues. Now, taking a look around, I don't remember seeing the mountain hero being revived. Let's take a look at the Altar of Kings now. Let's just scan around. Where do we see the Altar of Kings? Yes, we do. We see that up here. I do not see the hero being revived, but I may just be blind. It's possible. We have, of course, that Watcher Ward up on the right-hand side of the map. We have more. We have a Griffin Rider up. That means we have an Avery up as well. And there is the Mountain King, as well as the Archmage, now back up to about 200, 250 HP. A little bit of reconstructing work being done at the expansion. No expansion so far from the undead team, but they're going to make their way towards the bottom left-hand side of the map, and they're going to go for an expansion themselves. But a Watcher Ward is watching, and as they push on down towards these creeps, there is a big load of creeps out there. We've got 3 Ogre Warriors down there. We have an Ogre Lord and First Troll Berserker, who are all going to come under attack right now at the bottom left-hand side of this map. We've got a level 3 Crypt Lord that's going to lead the charge in. The Ogre Lord takes offense to that, takes a few swipes with his club, and is doing damage to the Abomination. The Abomination is losing health. Like there's no tomorrow. The Troll Berserkers putting in their shots as well, and coming up from behind, from the center of the map, is the returning forces of Venom, and he is going to take it to them right in their rear, or he'll push on to the base. Now, taking a look around, the gold mine has been cleared. In fact, those creeps are down and out. The Lich is up to level 5 now. The Death Knight is up to level 5, and the Crypt Lord is up to about level 3. So, in hero terms, the pendulum is definitely in favor of 420 now. 3WD 420 has gone from looking like he could lose this game to be in a position where right now I would put my money on him winning it. He's taking the charge towards the Rifleman. Down go 2 Priests as well. The Ghouls are getting involved. This could be one final siege to end this game once and for all. Here it comes. The Destroyers are doing the damage in the air. Looks like we lost the guy from Riders, and the Abomination is taking it to the Rifleman as well. We're going to Town Portal back out of here because that Arkmeg has lost about half of its health. Mounted King has fallen for the 3rd time in this match, and the charge has got to go. Push on up to that human base as the undead team, in fact, are just standing still. And if they were to push at their advantage, they could win this. You have to feel they're in a position to do that. Now, the question is, what will they go for now? Where will their priorities lie? Will it be the main base? Will they be valiant and go for that? Will they be safe? Take down the fast expansion. That's the interesting thing. We have a Gryphon Rider and we have 2 Riflemen now. Looking at the economies, we only have about 262 of gold and only about 70 wood for for Venom. Now looking across at the other economy, we've got about 200 gold and 300 wood for the undead side of 3WD 420. Now the attack is in fact going on straight for the expansion. Down goes one of the guard towers. They're taken to the town center right now. Game over. Good game set by both teams. And as the expansion falls, so does the game. Game set and match. And the winner is 4WD 20. And well, what surprised me is how quickly that ended. After he town portal back home, I guess he gave up when he saw the sheer size of the forces. What a phenomenal match that was. The pendulum went from CESKVeNoM being in the driving seat to 3WD 420 taking the match with some very strong work by the undead side. Looking good, and it's a great game. And we will be back here on Radio ITG with more Warcraft 3 at 5:30. That will be on the main stream as well as the Warcraft 3 stream. So tune in then. Let me just give you the information of the opponents. It will be Pure Bull from Team AMD going up against PGE Ched from Canada. And that should be a phenomenal matchup coming up later tonight here on Radio ITG.